G'day guys, Aussie FIFA HD, and welcome ball to another. Just reminded me of a snowman joke. Difference between a snowman and a snow woman. Snowballs. G'day guys, Aussie FIFA HD, and welcome to the every f***ing time. Like, you know what? Just run that intro. G'day guys, Aussie FIFA H. Damn it, D. G'day guys, Aussie FIFA HD, and welcome back to some more FIFA 17 content on my channel. Right guys, so welcome back to episode 4 of FUT Champions to Glory. 3 or 4? 3. Episode 3 of FUT Champions to Glory. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button to help it grow. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, let's get into the clips. Right guys, so as we move on to the clips, I will admit that I did lose footage of some of the games on the weekend. I have no idea what happened, it's just some of them were lost, etc. So the games you see now are around the 30 game mark, up until the 40th game. I'm showing you a few of those games there, and eventually I'll show you where I didn't get in the last, when I reached the 40th game. In fact, I didn't even reach a 40th game. I only ended up playing 36, so you know, I actually had the opportunity to get into Gold 1, which you'll see later on in the video, but yeah, I was unlucky. As you see here, I went down 2-0, very bad start, but what I noticed was when I've been fiddling around my custom tactics, team width is very important. The reason why I say that is because I had team width on about 40 or so. I noticed that my back line was so thin and my opponent could just run around the sides with ease. So if you have custom tactics, definitely keep it around the 50 to 60 mark. You don't want it too open because it leaves gaps, or you do not want it too compact because, man, if he has a 4-3-3, he's just going to run greens around you with those wingers. But we ended up getting a penalty with Mertens, luckily there. As you see, I was messing around with my back line, and yeah, my own fault, doing the skill dribble in my own half, which, you know, is not advised, definitely in a FUT Champions setting. But as you do see, it was 3-1. We do indeed come back though with a lucky through ball into Bacca with a brilliant finish. If you want a striker from Serie A, I highly recommend Bacca. He's very good, clinical, pacey, physical, you know, just an all-rounded striker, if you like. And we ended up losing that game though, unfortunately. So yeah, the first game you've seen there, it's a loss. Yeah, disappointing. Anyway, move on to the next game. He had Musa, Hazard. So this guy has a fair few coins, you know, decent team. But we started off fairly well. Ball over to Quadrado, the over the top through ball, and the Magidi spin. But then I hit him with the roulette, and yeah, wins a penalty. What a brilliant manoeuvre there that was from Quadrado, and Smalling couldn't handle it. So early on, a nice penalty, and I can't remember who stepped up here. Who was it? It was Mertens. Yes, that's right. I've got Mertens on my penalty duties. Mertens, the big boy, Mertens steps up, Mertens, and places that down the middle to the right a little bit, and yeah, makes it 1-0 in the 40th minute. So yeah, not a bad start, especially in the FUT Champions game. I think that was the 32nd game, so you know, I wasn't a bad start. I wasn't in a bad position. My opponent does equalise though in the 45th minute, and that was disappointing for me. You know, I'd worked hard, I dominated the first half, and unfortunately, he's gone ahead and made that 1-1. However, we did respond with a nice 1-2 there with Bacca. Quadrado was able to run through, do a Berber spin, and he's able to slot that into the bottom corner. What a brilliant goal that was from the big boy Quadrado. If you want a good right winger in the Serie A, I recommend grabbing the big boy Quadrado. The 5-star skills, the pace, the finishing, even got a little bit of physical. can't get any better than that, lads. And yeah, what a brilliant finish from Quadrado. Nice finesse into the bottom corner. As you see here, 70th minute, we get another cross in, and Mertens is able to miss it, but that's right, the keeper is able to place it into the goal. Don't know what my opponent there was doing. He must have been just a little bit asleep there in that case, but he obviously pressed triangle, forcing his keeper to drop the ball into the goal. What a dumbass move that was. But anyway, we took the win. Very nice 3-1 win there. As we move on to the next game, my man had Mene Arnautovic, who could be a good striker actually, with the pace, the shooting, the physical. He had Son, the purple Son, the player of the month. But we started off very badly. I ended up getting a red card with Kabay. I have no idea how that's a red card, but as you see, my opponent takes the free kick. And just, you know, I don't get how that was a red card. He got the ball, you know, at least he got a little bit of the ball, and I've gone through the back of someone this year in FIFA 17 and I've got a yellow card. Now, if that gets a red card, that is just absolutely ridiculous. But you see here, I paused the game. Very good tactic for you guys. If you end up losing a man, go to the 4-3-2-1. You want to move both of your strikers up top really high. So you've got two strikers close together and ideally should be pacey. So I've got Mena and Musa who are very fast this year in FIFA 17. Fellaini moved back, so he gives a bit more defensive mind midfielder inside there. Nolito, Sigurdsson, I moved that back just a little bit just to, you know, keep that defensive mind and place it on counter-attacking. But as you see here, my opponent does indeed score with a header as in response to the red card. I have no idea how that goes in. You know, seriously, I'm a goalkeeper myself. You don't jump under the ball like the keepers do in this game, but, you know, it is what it is. It was 1-0, you know, red card. You can't do much about that, and my opponent makes it 2-0 in the 75th minute. So, unlucky loss there in my opinion. I did indeed play well and dominate that guy throughout the game, even with one man less, but we did end up taking a loss. I'll accept it, you know, it's my choice for making the slide tackle, but, you know, another loss to add to FUT Champions. So as we move on, we started off nicely here with Quadrado taking a shot, unfortunately goes straight to check, but we're able to tap that in with Mertens, I believe, and he's very good this year. Mertens, he's got the pace, he's not as weak as people say either, you know, he's very short and small, which ideally means a very weak player, but he's not. For some reason, Mertens just seems to hold his own, you know, and he's also got great pace, great finishing, great shooting. You know, just can't get any better than that by my man Coutinho. And yeah, I just remembered this game was an absolute flogging, not for me, but for my opponent. As you see, Musa making a run through there, and he's able to slot that home into the far corner. And, you know, I thought 2-1, you know, it's alright, I can come back if I keep my composure. Bad playing out for myself here, you know, just lazy work, you know, just pressing pass after pass without even thinking what I'm doing is not the right thing to do. But Son makes it 3-1 in the 50th minute. My opponent then also gets a free kick, you know, probably from my own bad sliding. He's able to head that home to make it 4-1. And when I say punishing, I believe, you know, I do mean punishing. That was 4-1. I didn't even show the last two goals. It was 6-1 in the end, and just an absolutely disgraceful performance from myself there. But we move on. As you see here, we have a game against Cavani. You know, a nice PSG front line there with Hesse. You know, Hesse used to be in Real Madrid now. Great player, absolute fantastic player last year when he played for Real Madrid. This year, not so much. However, we start off well in this game. Nice passing manoeuvres here in my own box. You know, just keeping the ball. I see Ilicic, and he's able to slot that home into the top corner. What a finish that was, lads, as I give him the dead fish there inside of the goal. Only in the 3rd minute too, so I was fresh, you know, I was keen. I think I started playing this game in the morning, but yeah, in the end, lads, we ended up getting 22 wins to get us gold 2. You know, I ended up having 4 games left. I had the opportunity of getting into gold 1, but it is what it is. I didn't have enough time to play those extra games, and you know, if I had have, maybe I might have got another 2 or 3 wins out of it, even 4 if I had played well. but you know, to go towards the monthly rewards. But indeed, that is not how it ended up. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button to help it grow. I ended up opening the packs today in result of this week's FUT Champions. You will be seeing that video tomorrow. Yeah, you know, it's only a mystery. Did I get something good or did I not? You'll find out tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm out. Have a good one, and peace.